Okie dokie. Yo, 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 my people. Welcome back to Live with Fergie. And today we are continuing our Love Island series with episode/day 15. Now, if this is your first time viewing, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And feel free to hit me up in the social media. Instagram is at MC Fergie, so follow me. And also my Snapchat is Carlon123 in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into these precise and accurate notes I've made. So, the couples need to vote for the two least compatible. Okay, those are the two least compatible couples, and that's the immediate start point of the episode. And the bottom line is there's mixed opinions, and it's really based off of the couples they don't truly see working. Come on, my sister, drop that. You better tell people to come onto this live. Now, the bottom line is these were the results. Joe and Lucy got 3 votes. Anton and Elma got 5. Tommy and Molly-Mae got 2. Danny and Yewande got 2. So Amy and Curtis, Michael and Amber were completely safe as they got 0 votes, okay? Now, we then move on to the dates, in which case Tom... now I know who the dude's name is. So from the previous episode, I only remembered the name Jordan. The 2 dates were Tom and Jordan. And I find that kind of convenient that we've gone from Tommy to Tom. But either way, Tom, from what I could get, he's from Leeds, but he currently lives in Manchester, 29 years old. He said he's professional mannequin/model. Jordan, he's attained his DAV award. He's from Manchester, 24 years old, a model, and he spent some time doing financial services. Okay. What is up, JJ? Nice to meet you. Hope you're doing okay. Please feel free to tell all your friends and family to jump onto this live. Now, okay, this quote was literally the combination between Jordan and Mora, okay? The first part by Jordan. The best way to get over someone, and then Mora finished it with this, is to get under someone. And he basically laughed it off like, yeah, I'm not going to finish that sentence. And that took me by shock. I was just like, where's that coming from, you know? Now, Anton, we get transferred straight into the villa. And Anton, he basically pours out his heart to Mora. Literally, just talking about, yeah, I'm really interested in you. I was super nervous and all this other stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay, this is getting kind of deep. But what was sad was there was absolutely no eye contact from Elma. Literally, she's just sitting there in the, literally, I still don't know what this thing is called, the swing chair bed thingy. And basically, she's literally just sat there looking into the abyss or whatever. And he's just literally there, just like, oh, yes, I really like you. And she's just, literally, he's looking at her. And this, like, say my hand is Anton. This is, my face is Elma. Whilst he's there going, yeah, I really like you. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you, you know? And I was just like, oh, come on, you can't give him some eye contact or something. And then we get back to the dates. And the bottom line is the dates go very, very well. And obviously Mora and Anna, they got to swap between after the certain period of time. And the bottom line is when they enter back, Jordan enters in with Anna because they feel as if they got on a lot better. And then Tom enters in with Mora because they feel as if they got on a lot more. And they got a good welcome party, to be honest. Everyone was nice and welcoming, just like, hey, hello, trying to get to know each other. Now, Amber then informs amongst everyone, but mainly to Mora, Anna, Jordan, and Tom, about how the text got sent out about voting for the two least compatible couples. Now, the Islanders want to know where Tom and Jordan stand. They want to know who they're interested in. And the thing is, Tom, he literally said he's obviously interested in Mora, but also interested in Elma. But then Jordan, I like he was sort of a close to the vest kind of guy, just like, I'm gonna hold my cards, just keep them to myself. So he said, everybody's nice, but I've only got to speak to Anna, which was fair enough, you know? Like, you can only go off of looks. Now, Anna then speaks to some of the girls and confirms Tom's definitely not her type, but it sucks for her because of the fact that he's 29 years old and she's obviously 28. And since most of the guys are 20 to 25, it's just like, it's sort of like a cop-out. But, this made me laugh. She said, Tom looks like Joe, and Joe, that's not what she wants. And then we got another, it is what it is, because that seems to be the classic phrase. Now, Mora explains that Tom's her type. I think she starts calling him Hunky Tom and stuff to people. Now, this is whilst in the makeup room. And Elma basically says, Tom's not her type. You're all good. And Mora's just like, excellent. Everybody stay away from my man sort of territory. And Elma even said, I don't go for models. Moving on. Tommy says to Molly-Mae, okay, so once everybody's heading to bed, Tommy literally just levels with Molly-Mae and talks about how I'm not interested in sex at this point in this sort of situation. And I think he says, your personality, your eyes are enough for me. And I was just like, okay, my guy's getting kind of deep here, you know? Now, I think it's the next day. Yep. So Molly-Mae, she's looking forward to having Tommy all to herself and proving, look, I am interested in you, you know? Then Curtis, okay, some of the lads are in like the sofa room, and Curtis basically lets Michael, Joe, and Danny know there's been a little bit of action in the bedroom between him and Amy. And he says, as you know, a gentleman never tells, you know, never tells. But yeah, there's been a bit of excitement. And what I found funny was Danny said, you mean the relationship's gone from here to there? And I was just like, oh, that was priceless. Okay. So then we transition to Amy telling the girls without telling the girls. And she says she's convinced she won't sleep with Curtis at all in the villa. And Maura's just like, even if you're super horny, like, why not? And she's just like, you know what? That's willpower straight. Now, Tommy and Molly-Mae, they're basically on the same page. And once again, they level with each other and talk about, look, the past is the past. We had sort of a smooth beginning, rocky middle, but looking forward to what's going to happen next. Now, for the next page, Tom basically levels with Maura about his reservations. Now, this is done at the fire pit, and he's basically saying, I'm kind of nervous and worried because obviously you were so your heart was set on Tommy, and then all of a sudden it's just a case of that quick change, and he's wondering if he can work with that sort of thing. Now, Maura, I found this to be too good. She's in the booth and she just says, okay, so my new approach is try not to talk about sex too much because maybe guys don't like that. And she seems to think being straightforward to her point seems to be a weird thing. But like I don't really know how to describe her. So Jordan and Anna, they're by the pool, and we notice they have have matching bathing suits, both orange, and then they clock onto it, and they're just like, "Ooh, we're matching!" And then they start talking, and they realize, "Yeah, we got good vibe there. The flirting's going on also." But in the next point, when we got to like the next scene transitioning, okay, Tom lets Anton know that Alma's his type, and he doesn't want to violate any guy code or bro code or whatever. And bottom line is, Anton just lets him know you're all good to crack on because you could be 100% her type, and who am I to sort of stand in the way of that, you know? Tom chats to Elma on the swing chair bed thingy and basically levels with her, says, you know what, I'm interested in you and I don't really want to be friend zoned. I want you to know I'm interested. Tommy, okay, so I think we transition to the evening now. So Tommy is hoping for a first kiss with Molly-Mae. So he then decides to do this role play with Curtis. So Curtis acts like Molly-Mae, and he's just, and Tommy's just pouring out his heart, just like, I've never met a girl like you. Oh, and the thing is, if you saw how gassed Michael got, he was jumping all over the place, and it was actually, it was too good, priceless. So next, the girls ask Elma who she'd go for. So whilst they're in like the makeup room, who would you go for, Anton or Tom? And then she basically talks about how, you know what, I can't rule anything out. I mean, I gotta keep my options open. And if you saw Maura's face, my God, you could just see the rage, the anger, just like, did you not remember what you told us yesterday? And you're telling us this now today? So then you literally just see the face of someone who's pissed off. And Maura then afterwards brings Lucy about for a chat, and she's just like, I can't handle this. And then when she gets into the booth, she's talking about, I don't even want to talk to her. And she says to Lucy, she wants her cake and to eat it too. But moving on to a slightly more entertaining but happier note, we're introduced to Suck and Blow. Now, the objective of this challenge / game, they never really made it obvious what it actually was to basically pass a card mouth to mouth by sucking it. And if you drop it, you have to do whatever the dare is. And ultimately what happened was Anton was supposed to have a 3-way kiss. He ended up with a 3-way peck between Elma and Mora, mainly because of the fact that Mora even admitted she was not in the mood for snogging Elma. So Anton had to miss out on a 3-way snog. Then Curtis had to show his sex face, but he didn't know what that was. So he tried to sort of like make it out just like. And then afterwards he had to fake an orgasm. And I'm not going to do a rendition of that. Did I say that right? Rendition. You know what I'm talking about. Next, Yewande. She had to suck someone's toe. She decided to choose Amber. And neither Amber or Yewande felt it was a pleasurable experience. And then finally, Anna had to show her favorite sex position, and she obviously chose Jordan, and it was doggy style. But then again, I don't know why it's called doggy style when basically all members of the animal kingdom actually do that, you know? Next, Mora rages to Molly-Mae. Molly-Mae fully has to like take her about for a chat, talking about, look, she and I, clearly we're not friends because she wouldn't do this to her, but she's doing this to me sort of thing. And then we see that whilst this is happening, Tom is beginning to graft Alma, just saying, look, I don't want to be in the friend zone. I want you to know I'm interested in you. I'm attracted to you and all this other stuff. Then Tommy pulls Molly-Mae and he starts to get into his serious mode, which makes her laugh because she always gets a little bit scared whenever he tries to be serious or get serious. And pretty much he pours out his heart to her, lets her know, I've never met anyone like you, never had such a connection like this. And I decided to quote this: if you're not in this villa, I don't want to be in here. Yeah. And then she's just like, I think she said, kiss me. And he was just like, well, that was kind of what I was going for. And then they had this long ass snog, just like meshed. And Curtis watches and he's just like, yes, but like silently. But I don't know why he was splitting his legs whilst he was doing this too. Like, oh, if you saw it, crazy. Now, okay, we then move to the final thing, the twist, voting. So as you know, from yesterday's episode to today, the Islanders have to vote for the 2 least compatible, which resulted in Joe and Lucy and Anton and Elma. But here's the catch. Instead of saving a couple, you have to save 2 individual Islanders, of which that's the end of the notes. Hop onto the Love Island app. I don't know if the voting's already closed. I will admit to who I decided to save, and I'll give you the reasons why. I decided to save Anton just because I don't believe he's had really a chance to get some action or find someone properly, especially since Elma's thinking about keeping our options open. So Anton's ended up in a love triangle. Then on top of that, Lucy, I believe she just needs someone better because frankly, I want Joe off the show. Like, I don't really like him, especially after the way he was acting after 2 days. I was just like, nah, I'm not really feeling this. But anyway, that brings us to the end of the live stream. I'm hoping you've all enjoyed. We made it up to 6 people on this live, so let's increase those numbers. But until then, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hit me up in the social media at MC Fergie on Instagram and Carlon123 Snapchat. Click any of the video links and subscribe button. Tell all your friends and family. Until then, peace and God bless.